Tonight, as the sun sets on London one last time, he will unleash his demonic brood onto the streets. And should no one stop him, this city will be consumed by a horde of nightmare creatures.
The nightmare-fueled horror train that is the Sonic movie continued its rampage throughout the countryside this week, pillaging villages, looting towns, and soiling the crops for generations. Many men, women, and children will be hungry, and their children and their children's children will tell of the legend when the Sonic movie came to town. Yeah, if you've been paying attention to the last week, it's not exactly been a great week regarding Sonic movie news. The week opened with some rather confusing and slightly odd and bizarre activity from the official Sonic movie Twitter account. This prompted many people to speculate that the Sonic movie had in fact suffered another delay, this time pushing the movie's release back to March of 2020. Originally scheduled for a November 2019 release, the Sonic movie was delayed until Valentine's Day 2020, to which multiple couples throughout the world threw up their hands with joy and cheered as they now had something to do on Valentine's Day. This decision was made due to the incredible and unprecedented backlash following the reveal of the Sonic movie design, which people both in and outside of the Sonic community, and even those outside of gaming, all condemned as being absolutely awful. And then at the start of this week, the Sonic movie Twitter account started to show some really strange and very confusing behaviour. Fans that visited the account noted that the release date of the film had changed from February 2020 to March 2020, a new delay of 1 month, which was a little bit puzzling considering there had been no officially announced reason for this. This prompted lots of people to question the Sonic movie Twitter account directly for an explanation as to what was actually going on with the release date of the movie. However, as out of nowhere as the change had originally been, the Twitter account quietly changed the release date back to February 2020. Couples everywhere celebrated the fact that their Valentine's Day plans had not yet been ruined. So some very odd behaviour going on in the house of the Sonic movie Twitter account. And this wasn't just a quick change that was up for a short time and then quickly reverted back. This was actually up for pretty much the entire day before it was quietly, no announcement was made. There was nothing along the lines of, sorry for the confusion, or sorry about that was an error on our part. They just quietly changed it back without any further comment, which kind of just showed just how dead that Twitter account has actually been, considering it's supposed to be promoting a, let's be honest, awful looking movie. But anyway, the other small piece of Sonic movie news actually comes a few weeks ago from producer Tim Miller. Now, Tim Miller was speaking to, I believe it was Variety magazine, and they brought up the issue of the Sonic movie redesign. And he pretty much gave a standard, I'm working on this movie response, which was, oh, I think that fans will like the design. But yeah, let's be honest here, this is pretty much what they said before, so until we actually see the design, this kind of statement really doesn't mean all that much. It is literally just a case of man who works on a thing claims the thing is good, which, yeah, isn't uncommon for movies and games, unfortunately. It's kind of the thing that they do. But anyway, the news that I want to talk about today and show you and discuss comes courtesy of the Sonic and All Characters, a Russian-based Sonic fan Twitter account, and they do some pretty good work. I've seen them actually reveal a lot of stuff ahead of announcements. So yeah, they are quite a trustworthy site, and they are very, very good for early reveals and getting hold of information before it's actually announced. And today they posted what appears to be designs for official Sonic movie toys. So let's take a look. His feet. Hello, sir. Yeah, these are awful. There's no nice way to say it. These designs, these figures look absolutely hideous. The only defense that these figures have, well, there's two. There's technically 2 points of defense that these designs and these figures have. The first defense, number one, and this is the important one, They're using the god-awful Sonic movie design, which is awful. So anything that it appears on is going to be awful, because it's awful. And the other bit of defense that they've got is apparently these figures were going to be available in cinemas. They were going to be available at the box office, and you could either get them free with a drink or you could actually buy them for a small fee. So they're not the highest quality figures, but I mean, just look at them. Just look at them. Just pick any one of them and look at them. But let's start with this one. So the first figure that I want to look at is this one of Sonic sat inside the golden ring. And I've got to say, I actually kind of like this as a concept. I think this would actually be a really good idea to see the proper designed Sonic sat inside a golden ring. And by proper designed Sonic, I mean one that isn't the spawn of Hell Satan nightmares. One that actually looks like Sonic. I think it would be a really good design, but geez, this one does not look pretty. I mean, the shoes look like jelly babies or something that they've just stuck to him. But it's the eyes. I mean, just look at those soulless wide eyes that are staring. They're like black holes coming out of someone's face. It's quite a terrifying figure, and it just looks so poorly done and just so low grade. It's just, I mean, look at it. Just look at it. It looks terrifying. Anyway, let's move on to the other figure, and this figure, again, it doesn't look good. It really doesn't. Sonic still has the dead, soulless eyes, but it doesn't look as terrifying as the stare from the ring figure at the moment. But still, this figure does look bad. I mean, the thing that makes it look bad is the motion of the feet. I mean, I get what they've tried to do here. They've tried to make it look like Sonic is running at extremely high speed. I think it's supposed to be the super peel out, but look at it. It looks awful. It looks absolutely terrible. And yeah, I know it's a bit of a low quality mock-up by the looks of things, but it still looks absolutely awful. In fact, it looks very similar to the Nintendo Amiibo Sonic figure, but they just should not have put that 3D super peel out effect on it. If they'd have just had him stood there, that would have looked fine. It would have looked okay. But that 3D super peel out effect, it just looks awful and just plain weird, in fact. But anyway, let's move on to... Oh, hello, sir. Yeah, we've got Sonic standing with his arms folded, only they've decided to cut off his hands by the look of it, or his hands are so white they're actually blending into his chest, so it looks like he doesn't have hands, he's just arms. And again, just look at it. It's absolutely dreadful. I mean, this one is even more terrifying because you have Sonic just staring directly at you. Staring for all eternity as he comes to town and burns all the crops. It's terrifying. It really, truly is absolutely terrifying. And I kind of want them. Yeah, I really don't understand why I want them. I think it's because they literally look so awful. They might be the worst official merchandise I have ever seen for Sonic. They're just so creepy and so terrifying. And again, the main reason for this is that absolutely awful Sonic movie design. It just corrupts anything that it touches. But I don't know what it is. These figures are just so terrifying and so creepy and so terrible. I just kind of want them. I think it's because if I actually have them, if I actually hold them in my hand, I will be able to accept the reality that these are real and that these are official and that someone went, yeah, that looks good, that looks fine, I'm proud and pleased of that, let's sell it for money. I think then I'll be able to... I think right now is I need to see it because I'm in some sort of weird state of denial that anyone could make something this bad. But yeah, this does raise another point. There's probably other Sonic movie merch which at least got to the concept mock-up stage, or may have even actually been made, which is now not going to be released, or who knows, maybe they will release it. Maybe they will hope that nobody will notice and it'll actually get released. But this was like one of the consequences of messing up the design so bad and delaying the movie. There's now all this products and all this work which is being done, not just on the movie, which now has to be scrapped and completely changed. But anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts on this. What do you think? Do you like these figures? Do you have some morbid curiosity to see what they actually look like in the final product? Please let me know in the comments your thoughts on this one. I'm really interested to see, if you like these nightmare creatures, or if you think they should stay away from people's shelves. Anyway, guys, thanks very much to my donators, whose names should be flying up the screen now. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again next time. Goodbye.